the task someone has to do, and this year, as in this part, CMFR has already begun to do it. We began doing it February 15th. But the center would like to hear from everyone here present, both as far as the 2004 monitor is concerned, as far as the 2007 monitor can best serve what the center believes is our shared commitment to the defense and enhancement of democracy. Of course, the more skeptical among us might probably say, what remains of democracy? It is in this spirit that CMFR has monitored and is monitoring media coverage of elections. And it is in this spirit that it has initiated this morning's discussion. So, on that note, I will now go into the next part of our agenda this morning, which is the introduction. So maybe we'll start with on this side.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chief Medical Representative for the T-shirt and Center. I'm Mayor Rodriguez of the National Union of Relief, and I represent the China Millennia from Spring and
I'm Carlos Figueroa from the Canadian Embassy.
to represent the Canadian
Joe Torres from GMAs.tv.
Wayne Parahan from the National Union.
De la Benedict.
There's a family of PNC
Which Africa and with Sonia Roberts.
Mar Romanas.
Rama Crisosina Jim.
I'm Waka from MW.
Good morning, I'm Venus from CMFR.
Good morning, I'm Don from CMFR. Hi, I'm Brian from CMFR.
Vivo Santos, CMFR.
Okay, with the introduction done, I'm now going to go into a review of what happened, the monitor rather, of the elections of 2004. Anyway, I think we're all familiar with this. What's the point of monitoring the coverage of the elections? And we all know that media are indispensable in helping citizens make informed choices. And that makes media crucial to the electoral process and to democracy. Center for Media Freedom and Responsibility has been monitoring media coverage of elections since, I think, the time it was founded, in 1981. So, the difference, however, was that in 2004, it was a very large undertaking. It involved 150 volunteers. And a report was published that, and this was the report that appeared in 2004. The need for informed choices is well recognized in the Philippines. It's regarded as important to the choice of good leaders, which in turn is the key to better governance and as the condition for progress and development. But there is disenchantment over Philippine elections because of the results. For example, the election is incompetent and dishonest, which results in that's a rather violent or putrid governance. And because of the way they are conducted, there's widespread belief that they are decided by money and or are marred by fraud. So these problems have been blamed on the political class. So we have a favorite term for that, traditional politicians or classes, which means rags, by the way, in Tagalog, Filipino. It's also been these problems have also been blamed on an immature, uninformed electorate, on the mass media, and all of the above working together in some kind of symptom. Mass media have been accused of inadequate and inaccurate reporting, so I'm focusing now on what exactly are the accusations against media of bias for or against various groups and personalities, of shallowness and triviality, and of making their commercial interests paramount. Well, in order to find out, in a more or less scientific way, exactly how the media were performed in 2004, the Center for Media Fair and Responsibility trained journalism students from the University of Philippines, volunteers from civil society and religious organizations. And as I said earlier, this totaled about 100, well, there were 150 volunteers. The volunteers monitored selected TV news and public affairs programs, while the CMFR staff, which has been doing this for years, did content analysis of the three major media branches. To provide immediate feedback during the campaign, maybe to kind of suggest what gaps were there and how to fill these gaps in. The center provided a report every 2 weeks, which was sent to the media organizations that were being monitored. And the reports contained an analysis of the coverage as well as the data generated, meaning what is happening. And to support, of course, the analysis, we included the data. A final report was published in July 2004, which contained all the data generated during the monitored period, as well as the final report and recommendations, and the 6 bi-weekly reports. We provided total 6 bi-weekly reports. This monitor tracked selected TV stations and programs, as I said earlier, in the 3 leading Manila broadsheets. The broadsheets were front pages only, where Manila Bulletin, the Philippine Daily Inquirer, and the Philippine Star. The TV news programs were TV Patrol, Insider. These are ABS-CBN. These are ABS-CBN news programs. Front page, which later became 24 hours. And Saksi over GMA 7. And News Central over Studio 23. And The World Tonight over ABS-CBN News Channel. The last 2 are public affairs programs which we monitored later on in the campaign. We didn't begin monitoring this, but later, at what point I think,
Final stage of the campaign.
I think about the last 2 weeks of the campaign. The monitoring instruments were basically those developed by the UK-based civil society organization, Article 19, with which CMFR has had other partnerships. They have their monitoring instrument